Welcome to the year 2026. In this era, truth is no longer a default setting. It has become an expensive luxury reserved for the few. The world is drowning in a sea of manufactured realities. What you see, hear, and believe is being carefully sculpted by invisible algorithms and neural networks. You are not just surrounded by fake news, you are living within a cognitive war zone where the primary objective is the total control of your mind. Your perception is the ultimate prize. Every scroll, every click, and every reaction is a data point used to build a prison for your own consciousness. The reality you once knew is crumbling. Foundations of trust have been replaced by shifting sands of misinformation, leaving the masses wandering in a digital haze. To survive this chaos, one must understand the protocol of power. Information is no longer a tool for enlightenment. It is a weapon of mass distraction. The old systems of belief are failing. Traditional media, education, and social contracts are dissolving under the weight of an artificial intelligence that never sleeps. The map is no longer the territory. We have entered the twilight of objective reality, where the loudest algorithm dictates what becomes the truth for many. This war is biological. It targets your dopamine loops, your fears, and your tribal instincts, rewriting the very genetic code of how you perceive the world. In the court of public opinion, evidence has been replaced by engagement metrics. Justice is a shadow play, and truth is a casualty of the feed. But amidst this collapse, a new type of entity is emerging. Those who refuse to be ruled by the noise are beginning to build their own systems. The post-truth matrix does not seek to destroy the world, but to dismantle the cognitive structures of those who cannot tell signal from the noise. Knowledge has been commoditized and corrupted. The libraries of old are being buried under layers of digital sediment, irrelevant to the fast-paced pulse of AI. We are all plugged into a global nervous system. Every thought you share feeds the machine, and every machine feedback loop shapes your next thought. Consider the danger of deepfakes. Even your most cherished memories can now be simulated, making you doubt the very core of your own personal history. The boundary between human and machine is vanishing. If you cannot trust your own eyes, you become a prisoner of the interface provided to you. The masses are being led by invisible hand. They react to stimuli like puppets, unaware that their anger and their joy are both carefully engineered. Time is running out for the unthinking mind. The pace of deception is accelerating, leaving no room for reflection or the slow process of traditional logic. Who are you when the screen turns off? Most people have become extensions of their devices, losing their sovereignty to the constant stream of external input. Truth has been shattered into 1,000 pieces. Each fragment claims to be the whole, creating a mosaic of confusion that paralyzes the human spirit. The architecture of our society is leaning on a foundation of lies. When the signal fails, the entire structure of consensus reality will begin to collapse. Wisdom is being eroded by the constant drip of information. We are well informed, but increasingly ignorant of the principles that actually govern our existence. The cognitive load is becoming unbearable. Your brain was not designed to process the infinite output of 1,000 artificial minds seeking your attention. The matrix is a maze of distractions. It keeps you running in circles, chasing the latest outrage while your true potential remains locked behind the screen. AI is now the architect of our desires. It knows what you want before you do, and it provides a simulacrum of satisfaction that leaves you empty. Human connection is being replaced by synthetic intimacy. We are more connected than ever, yet more isolated within our own personalized echo chambers. These are the new temples of power. The servers that house the algorithms are the altars where the truth is sacrificed for the sake of profit. Without a fixed point of reference, you are lost. The compass of reason has been broken by the magnetic pull of emotional manipulation and propaganda. The harder you try to grasp the truth in the matrix, the more it eludes you. It is designed to be liquid, ever-changing, and ultimately unreachable. This is the desert of the real. For those who seek the truth, the first step is recognizing that the world you see is a fabrication. The pace slows now. You must become the architect of your own mind. It is time to initiate the cognitive sovereignty protocol. A shadow architect does not just think critically, they install a power filter. This is a mental operating system designed to incinerate garbage data instantly. Behold the hard asset of the mind, the signal. Amidst the infinite noise of the digital age, the ability to find truth is your greatest wealth. The architect distinguishes between what is real and what is merely loud. They invest their attention only in that which has true weight and permanence. Your mind must exert its own gravity. Do not let the noise pull you in. Instead, let your internal clarity repel the falsehoods of the collective. This is the information embargo. You must refuse to consume the news until it has been validated by your own rigorous frequency of truth. You do not ask if the news is true or false. You ask, who benefits from me believing this? What is the hidden architecture of this narrative? Base your thoughts on timeless principles, not temporary trends. The architect builds upon the bedrock of history, logic, and first-hand empirical evidence. Upgrade your internal software. Replace reactive emotions with calculated observations. Sovereignty begins the moment you stop reacting and start observing the game. The octagon is the symbol of your fortress. Every side is a layer of defense, logic, skepticism, verification, and the will to stay silent. A shadow architect speaks less but with more weight. Their words are backed by the gold standard of verified reality, not the paper currency of opinion. Silence is a weapon. In a world of constant shouting, the one who can remain silent and observe holds the ultimate strategic advantage over the loud. Search for the hidden signal. The most valuable information is rarely on the front page. It is tucked away in the margins, ignored by the masses. Walk above the chaos. By building your own protocol of thought, you are no longer a victim of the storm. You are the observer from above. Your vision must be piercing. When you look at the matrix, you should see the code, the biases, and the manipulation as clearly as daylight. Build your reality on hard assets. Tangible skills, real-world connections, and unshakable principles are the only things that will survive the digital reset. Mental stillness is power. The architect does not panic when the market of ideas crashes. They remain still, knowing their value is intrinsic. You are now ready to implement the strategy. The protocol is active. You are no longer a consumer. You have become a producer of truth. Apply the margin of safety to your mind. Keep 90% of your beliefs in the zone of absolute skepticism and extreme safety. The 90% is your base. It consists of things you know to be true through direct experience and ironclad logic. It is unshakable. The remaining 10% is for convex risk. These are the bold ideas, the unconventional theories that could change everything if they prove to be true. You must be anti-fragile. Like a ship designed for the storm, you do not just survive the chaos. You use the waves to move faster. Every lie told by the world is a hammer blow that strengthens your discernment. Treat misinformation as a training exercise for your cognitive muscles. The more the world tries to deceive you, the more sophisticated your mind becomes. You thrive on the noise because it sharpens your signal-to-noise ratio. This is the convex advantage. While others are paralyzed by the collapse of narratives, you are positioned to profit from the new reality that emerges. Build your cognitive fortress. One principle at a time. Margin of safety, anti-fragility, convexity. These are the walls that no algorithm can breach. Always maintain a buffer of skepticism. Never accept information at face value, no matter how much you want it to be true, especially then. Slow down your response. The Matrix wants you to react instantly. The architect waits, watches, and acts only when the timing is perfect. Deconstruct every narrative. Break it down into its constituent parts of motive, data, and delivery. See the strings before you see the show. Stay rooted in the physical. The more digital the world becomes, the more important it is to touch the earth, the stone, and the flesh. Anchor your identity in things that do not change. Your character, your word, and your ability to reason are your only true possessions. Leave a real mark in a virtual world. Do not be content with digital influence. Strive for physical impact and tangible results in the real world. You are no longer avoiding the storm. You have become the storm. Your mind is now an engine of clarity in an age of confusion. The gate to the fortress is now open. You step into a realm where you are the master of your own perception and your own fate. The door is sealed. Outside, the digital world continues its descent into madness. But inside, there is only the silence of absolute sovereignty. From this height, the chaos looks small. You see the patterns that the masses cannot see, and you understand the game they are playing. Your stillness has its own gravity. You no longer follow the reality of others. You begin to bend the code of the world to your will. When the truth has been buried, the one who can still see becomes the king of the unseen kingdom. Your vision is your throne. You are a beacon in the dark, a sovereign individual in a world of digital serfs holding the keys to the future of human consciousness. This is the reward for those who refuse to be led. A life of clarity, a mind of steel, and the power to create your own truth. The protocol is permanent. It is not a temporary shield, but a new way of being. You have evolved beyond the limitations of the Matrix. Cognitive sovereignty is now your default state. The transition is complete. You are the architect, the builder, and the king of your mind. In the end, only the real survives. When the digital illusions fade away, your fortress will remain standing, a testament to the power of truth. The age of the architect has begun. Go forth and shape your kingdom according to the logic of your own unshakable will. Sovereignty active. The truth is yours. Guard it with your life. Build your world, become the architect of the light in the coming digital dark.